There is a version of Kevin Hart's story that everybody loves to tell. Kid from North Philadelphia, dad in prison, mom working double shifts. He walks into a comedy club, bombs so bad, someone throws a chicken at him. And then 20 years later, he is worth $450 million. That story is real. That struggle was real. Nobody is taking that away from him. But there is another version of Kevin Hart's story that nobody in his circle wants to talk about. And Dr. Umar Johnson just forced the whole world to look at it. Let's start from the beginning of this specific chapter, because you need to understand what Kevin Hart actually signed up for before you can understand what he gave away. In 2021, Kevin Hart signed an exclusive multi-film deal with Netflix. His whole company, Heartbeat, was valued at $650 million by 2022 after a major private equity investment came in. He had the money, the platform, the power, and the access. He was not a struggling comedian anymore, he was a business. And businesses make decisions based on what protects the money. That is important to remember, because every single thing Kevin Hart has done since that deal was signed needs to be understood through that lens. So when Netflix came to Kevin and said, "We want to do a roast," Kevin said yes. When they put together 17 white writers to craft the jokes, Kevin said nothing. When comedian Tony Hinchcliffe walked up to that mic on May 10th in front of a live audience and said, "The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing so hard he can't breathe," Kevin Hart laughed. He laughed so hard he wiped a tear from his eye. George Floyd's own family watched that happen. His aunt Angela Harrelson and his cousin Paris Stevens both came out and said that even though they understand roasts push boundaries, what Hinchcliffe said that night was deeply disappointing. The George Floyd Foundation called Hinchcliffe a racist comedian. George's own brother, Terrence, said Kevin attended that funeral. He said Kevin knew that family. Hart's company hired 2 black creators, blocked their work, and then took them to court when they tried to move on. Think about that while he stands up there talking about black excellence. This is what Dr. Umar means when he talks about the proof. It is not just one moment. It is a collection of moments that all point in the same direction. It is Kevin going silent when Monique was being blacklisted and needed her community to stand with her. It is Kevin going immediately and loudly public to defend Ellen DeGeneres when allegations came out about her workplace, a white woman, while his own people were asking him to stand up. It is Kevin laughing at George Floyd jokes and calling it understanding the assignment. It is Kevin's company blocking black creators and then suing them for trying to work. These are not accidents. These are choices. And every single one of those choices had a financial logic behind it. Every single one of them protected the Netflix deal, the brand partnerships, the Authentic Brands Group arrangement where Kevin literally signed over his name and likeness for equity and cash. Every